Hey guys, it is NCS Fan 001 here for another one of those trophy list analysis videos. Today's game is something that I didn't even know existed until the trophy list popped up on PSN profiles. Today's game is Avatar The Last Airbender Quest for Balance. So, I had no idea this game was going to actually be a thing that exists. I don't remember hearing anything about it over the last few months, even though it's had trailers out for a couple of months. The game appears to be a puzzle platformer based game with a little bit of combat that's supposed to cover all three seasons of Avatar The Last Airbender. Now, Avatar is my all-time favorite TV show, so I want this game to be good, but from what I've seen of the gameplay, it doesn't really impress me that much, but I will definitely give the game a chance. I just really hope it's going to be pretty good overall, even though I'm not, the most confident, given the previous Avatar games we've gotten are not, top of the line type of games. So, Avatar Quest for Balance comes with 28 total trophies worth 1,320 points, 1 platinum, 6 golds, 11 silvers, and 10 bronzes. As far as I know, the game is supposed to release on or around September 22nd of 2023. So, let's go ahead and take a look at the list. Alright, our Platinum Trophy is called Avatar State. That is for unlocking all other trophies. It's automatically unlocked when you have obtained the other 27 trophies in the game. For those of you that are not on PlayStation or are newer to trophies, that's how it works. So now it looks that the trophies are going to be listed in order on type, so bronze, then silver, then gold, which is kind of nice. So we're starting out with bronze trophies here. Initiate, finish the tutorial, probably the first trophy you're going to get in the game. That sounds right. Use Seismic Sense for the first time. That is presumably Toph's ability to stomp into the ground and sense where enemies are coming from. Healing Touch. Use Katara to heal your teammates for the first time. That's probably an unmissable early story trophy. On your guard, block 20 projectiles with your shield. I feel like the only one that ever had a shield was probably Sokka in a few episodes, so I don't know if that's going to be specific to him or like a full character thing, because I think the game's supposed to have 9 different characters you can play as, including presumably Aang, Sokka, Katara, Toph, Zuko, Iroh, and probably a few others as well. Airlift. Launch 20 enemies, so that is presumably an Aang trophy that should be pretty easy. They should watch their step. Trap 20 enemies. I don't know which character will do that, but that's probably still pretty easy. Fire and Family. Play with a friend, with one player as Zuko and the other player as Iroh. So one thing I didn't mention is that this game is co-op. It allows you to play with one other person, either in split screen or online. So this is actually the only co-op trophy in the game, which is surprising that it only has this one. So that particular trophy probably takes all of 5 seconds. So this will not be a difficult online trophy to deal with, thankfully. And presumably it won't matter if the server's shut down someday, because you can just plug in a second controller. My cabbages! Destroy the cabbage cart 10 times. I believe there was a trophy just like that in the Legend of Korra game. Anyone else remember that Legend of Korra game? It was alright. Wasn't anything great, for that matter. Trusty Boomerang. Defeat an enemy using Sokka's boomerang to deliver the final blow. That should be pretty much unmissable if you're playing as Sokka. Scroll Call. Buy a bending scroll. That's probably very easy. Now we get off to our silver trophies. Your Journey's End. Beat the story mode. That's pretty self-explanatory. You call that a challenge, question mark? Beat all the spirit trials. So that's presumably some kind of trial/challenge mode, and I don't know how hard that's going to be. It doesn't say you have to get like a specific rank in them or anything. It just says you have to beat them, so hopefully it's not anything too difficult. Statuesque. Find and build all of the sculptures. That is probably a collectible type trophy. Can't Touch Me. Beat 3 bosses without getting hit. So that trophy doesn't sound too awful at first, but it makes me wonder, is the game going to have a chapter select feature to where you can go back and fight bosses again? If it doesn't have a chapter select feature, then that trophy would be very, very highly missable, so definitely be on alert if the game doesn't end up having a chapter select feature. Gangbuster Gatherer beat all animal races with more than 75% of coins collected. So that's going to be a specific type of side mission or bonus game or other objective where you have to collect as many of the coins as possible. As long as they're replayable, that shouldn't be too much of a problem. But again, I do have to wonder, how replayable is this stuff going to be? Gotta touch them all. Interact with 20 different objects in the world. That seems like it would be a very easy trophy despite being marked as a silver. Later, Momo. Win all Beat Momo in a race challenges. Once again, as long as that stuff is replayable, it shouldn't be that much of a problem, but that is a silver trophy, so it makes me wonder a little bit. Alright, Bending Master. Learn the 4 bending arts with Aang. Presumably that is going to be an unmissable story trophy because the game is supposed to cover all 3 seasons of the show. The gang's all here with 2 A's to represent Aang. Unlock every character. That's presumably another story-related trophy that you'll get by beating the entire game. Put out the fire. Defeat Admiral Zhao. So that is presumably the trophy for finishing everything in Book 1 of Avatar The Last Airbender. Fire and Lightning Fizzle. Defeat Zuko and Azula, presumably for the end of the 2nd book of Avatar The Last Airbender, even though that's not exactly what happens. I won't spoil it for anyone who still hasn't watched the show after all these years. The Fire Lord is finished. This is our first gold trophy, and the rest of the trophies from here are gold. Defeat Fire Lord Ozai, so that is presumably our final boss fight trophy. Pumped Up Punishment. Defeat a boss with Aang when all perks and bending moves are maxed. So that definitely makes me think that the game is going to allow some sort of chapter select so that you can go back and refight bosses once you have all sorts of upgrades available, which would make that killing 3 bosses without having damage taken during them a lot easier. Positively Perky. Unlock all character perks. I don't know if that's going to be like a super grindy trophy or anything, but it seems easy enough. Investigation Bender. Find all secret rooms and treasure rooms. So that is basically a collectible type, so that's definitely going to require probably a guide of some kind. Master Treasure Hunter. Unlock all chests. Once again, that's probably just another collectible type trophy that's just going to require you to have a collectible guide going. And finally, beat all quests. Finish all side quests. That's another gold trophy, of course, so just finish all the side quests in the game. I don't know how many there are going to be. So overall, this looks like a pretty easy platinum trophy. I mean, there's a few of those trials and stuff that I kind of worry about that are in the silver trophy category, but I assume they're not going to be anything too terribly difficult. And as long as the game has some form of chapter select, then the other trophies aren't going to be missable or anything too concerning. So I would assume this game is going to be, I'm going to say about a 3 out of 10 in difficulty. There might be a couple of challenging trials or something that you have to deal with, but I'm going to assume it's going to be about a 3 out of 10 in difficulty. It's probably going to be easier if you choose to play it in co-op. As for time, the original Avatar game that's really, really weird with the way it plays, I don't know how long that game is, but the Burning Earth is like 4 to 5 hours, and Into the Inferno is only like 3 hours, so those were the 2nd and 3rd Avatar games on the old consoles, so I'm going to assume something like 10 to 15 hours and a 3 out of 10 in overall difficulty. That's just my assumption. The game is supposed to be on both PS4 and PS5, so presumably a stacking platinum trophy for us. And like I said, it's supposed to release on or around September 22nd of 2023. So thank you guys for watching this video. Please like and favorite and share. And comment what you think about the trophy list in the comments below. Let me know if you're going to be picking this game up, if you think it's going to be more difficult or easier than I mentioned. So yeah, go ahead and let me know, because this is the first Avatar The Last Airbender trophy list to appear. I mean, I know that we got the Legend of Korra game a while back, but this is the first of the actual Avatar The Last Airbender lineage to get a trophy list. So, thank you guys for watching, and see y'all back here real soon for some more trophy content.